Okay, quick 5-minute video. We'll see how many we can get done. Number 11. We've got to factor the numerator here. And so we need factors of negative 12 that add up to negative 1. M minus 4, M plus 3. Now the denominator, we need factors of 12 that add up to negative 7. M minus 4, M minus 3. That's being multiplied by. Oh look, we just have a linear term here, but it does have a greatest common factor that we can factor out, and that's a 6. 6 times M plus 6. And that is over, we need factors of 18 that add up to 9. That would be 6 and 3. So M plus 6, M plus 3. Okay, so now we can simplify some things. We have an M minus 4 divided by an M minus 4. That's just 1. An M plus 3 divided by M plus 3. That's also 1. An M plus 6 divided by an M plus 6. That's also 1. And all we're left with is 6 over M minus 3. Isn't that much more simple than what we started with? And the key to getting it there is just factoring. Number 12. Factors of 100 that add up to 20. That sounds like 10 and 10 to me. N plus 10, N plus 10. We're dividing that by a linear term that has a greatest common factor of 4. Because 36 can divide by 4 9 times. We're multiplying by an M plus 9 up here. I'll go ahead and put that in parentheses. Just so you know, you can't just pull an N out of there. You can't just pull a 9 out of there. You have to pull an N plus 9 out of there. In the denominator, greatest common factor of 3 times N plus 10 gets you back to 3N plus 30. Now we simplify. I have an N plus 10 divided by an N plus 10. That's 1. N plus 9 over N plus 9. So all I have left in the numerator is that N plus 10. In the denominator I have a 4 times a 3, which is 12. 2 down. Alright, this one is division. Always see what you're doing first. This one's division, which means we need to flip this second fraction and then multiply. But first let's factor the first term here, the first fraction. We have a greatest common factor in the numerator of 2. Anything else that they both share? Yes, they both share 1x. They don't share an x squared, they share an x. So 2x times x, that's 2x squared, minus 10 gets you the numerator. If we distributed the 2x back out to the x, we'd get 2x squared. 2x times negative 10 is the negative 20x. That is divided by something that also has a greatest common factor of 2 and an x. And in the parentheses here we have a 1 minus x. I already see some wonderful things. 2x divided by 2x is 1. Now let's move on. Multiplying. Okay, looking at the denominator here, but we're going to place it in the numerator now. Flips. The reciprocal. So, I have factors of 1 that add up to negative 2. X minus 1. X minus 1. That's divided by something with a greatest common factor of 6. Times x minus 1. Okay, so I have x minus 1 and x minus 1. Those divide out. And then look here, I have a positive x in the numerator, negative x in the denominator, negative 1 in the numerator, positive 1 in the denominator. So those divide out, but they divide to be negative 1. So we're going to have a negative sign out front, x minus 10 over 6. Make sure if you're wanting wanted to, you could also simplify that. You could distribute that negative sign in here, and you would get a positive 10 minus x over 6. Either way, those are equivalent expressions, and we'll call it quits there.